Good morning, everybody. Well, I don't have any bodies to say good morning to yet because it has only just clicked over to 7 o'clock. It's getting darker and darker in the mornings, isn't it? Little bit harder to get out of bed as it gets a little cooler. But some of you that are watching this are probably on the other side of the world and you're getting ready for your nice, beautiful, warm weather. Now let me fix that up just a little slightly crooked. Okay, so this morning I want to talk to you about something that's really, really important. So we've gone through, week by week, I've just been adding bits and pieces in so that you can actually be curious about yourself and about what you actually have going on. Yeah? Only people that we can fix are ourselves. We can't go around fixing other people. Even though we would truly like to do that, it's not possible that we can go around fixing everyone. It's something we have to acknowledge ourselves, that we have to have a look at ourselves and think, what do I have going on? Okay, so today I want to talk about whether or not are you stuck in fight and flight, and do you actually know? Do you actually know what to look for? Because we haven't gone through that yet. We've talked a lot about it. We've talked about a lot about acknowledging how you're feeling in the moment, which again is super, super important. Good morning, Dal. Sometimes it comes up down the bottom who I've got. At the top, I have just like a little eyeball, and it shows me how many eyeballs I have looking at me, but I don't know whose they are. And no, I can't see you, sir. If you're in your Jimmy Jams, it's okay. Anyway, are we stuck? So, here's the problem with that. If we haven't identified we're in that position, that we're in this, stuck in this fight-flight state, and we think it's our new normal, so to us, we get up every day and this is how I feel, so this is, to me, it's fine. But the problem is your body cannot heal. So how often has somebody said to you, how are you doing? And you say, I'm fine, irrespective of actually how you feel. Yeah, I'm not saying to go and tell everybody how you're feeling, but it's that automatic response that we tend to give. I'm fine. But sometimes you're far from it. You're far from being fine. So are we stuck in that fight and fright? And do we even know? So what I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to have to look at my notes here because I want to make sure that I get this right, okay? Because if I actually feed you information that is not quite correct, then that's just not good enough. Also, what I do want to note, apart from the fact that please do #replay if you watch this after the event, but I also will put all of this in the notes as well. Once I download it and put it on, all of this stuff will be in the notes for you to actually go and have a look at later, because this is important. It's important that you've got a reference to go back to, so maybe you can start to understand a little bit more about yourself. So what I might do is I might just move this back here just a little so I'm not looking so far away from you when I'm looking. So here is what the safety state looks like, and feels like. Okay, so behaviours of the safety state. So these are behaviours that we would have if we were in the state of safety, yeah? So gentle hugs, soothing eye contact, a full range of facial expressions. Now this is really important, full range of facial expressions, not just the lower part of the face, but the whole, everything coming into action. Sorry, no, I'm not sorry at all. Soothing tones in your voice. Yeah, so soothing tones in your voice. And safe, comforting touch. So they're behaviours if you're in the safety state. Thoughts that you would have if you were in the safety state are positive expectations, understanding of others, problem solving, and forgiveness. Good morning, Grace. So that they're thoughts when you are in a place of safety. That's how you would be thinking, yeah? And so now I want to go into feelings. What would you feel if you were in the state of safety? So you would feel happiness, connection, patience, empathy, calmness, and relaxation. Yeah? So we just went through behaviours of a safety state, thoughts of a safety state, and then feelings of that safety state. Okay. So that's what that looks like. So when you notice you're in your safety state, ask yourself these prompts. Yeah. So when you're in your state of safety. So hard to say first thing in the morning. Do I like this or not? So whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. Does this make me feel better or worse? Or am I more or less likely to smile when I do this? Yep. So if you're in that state of safety, you would probably like what it is you're doing. It would make you feel better, and you're more or less likely to smile while you're doing those things. Yep. So this is being curious and thinking a little bit more about the state that we're in. Being curious, acknowledgement. Okay, so mobilisation states, that's when something needs to happen. Yep, something's occurred, which has maybe started to jangle you, started to feel, think, do, be a slightly different state. So now I'm going to go through what flight looks like, feels like, thinks like, what fight feels, looks and feels like, then what play looks, feels and plays. So remember, these notes will be in the text, so you can go and read this afterwards. But by all means, you should all still, so yes, I'm waving my finger at you, you should all be taking notes, because when the written word is so powerful for you to remember what it is you're actually taking in. So when you write it down and then you reread that, you've learnt that twice. Yeah? Anywho, I'll stop waving my finger at you. So mobilisation can look a couple of different ways depending on what's going on. All right. So one is defensive. You're going to fight. One is with safety. So when in defence, the flight and fight is exactly how it sounds, and I said it without messing it up. We create space through mobilisation for escaping, yeah, because if we don't feel safe, our body's getting ready to escape, yeah, or get angry. So we're looking to run or fight, one of the two. This is what the body's preparing to do, whether you realise it or not, remember, yeah? But when the safety state is active, then the flight and fight gets repurposed. It gets repurposed and becomes play. So it's either one or it's the other. It cannot be both together. I don't know if we realise this or think about it this way. So flight feels like anxiety, worry, nervousness. That's what it feels like. Flight looks like avoidance, leaving, running away, not addressing the problem. That's flight. That's what it looks like. Flight thinks like avoiding responsibility, negative thoughts about the future. Yeah. So that's what flight thinks like. So if you're thinking like that, you are partially, fully or partially in flight. Flight. Yeah? Okay. So fight. Now we'll talk about fight. Fight feels like aggression, irritability, and anger. That's fight. Yeah? Fight looks like snapping at people, invading people's space, yelling, pushing, hitting. Yeah, we know that. But fight thinks like blaming others, shifting responsibility elsewhere, and possibly a feeling of entitlement. I'm entitled to that. Sometimes we're not entitled to anything at all. Huh? Especially our children getting very entitled. This has to change. So that's your flight. That's your fight. Play. It's funny. As soon as I say the word play, I bet you'll go, yeah, well, I know what that looks like. I bet you did. I'd be interested to know. Yeah, actually I did. As soon as you said that, I didn't actually have to go, I wonder what's going to be in there. Okay, so play feels like fun, energize, shared enthusiasm in something, motivation. Okay, play looks like mobile, rhythmic, synchronous, but maybe to some music, possibly, which we're going to do a little later, aren't we? Play thinks like it's creative, it's spontaneous. We have imagination in there, yeah, which we know that. But I think that by breaking it down like this, I think that you will actually start to be able to recognise, oh, actually, I thought I felt okay, but no, I think I'm in flight. Then we look at why, don't we? Don't we, everybody? We acknowledge and we sit and think. We don't run over, we just don't run through it. Remember, we're not doing that. So it's critical to understand that if you don't catch your stress at the start, it will escalate. It will escalate. So if you don't catch the fight and the flight right at the start, it's going to escalate. Yeah? So notice what you're feeling. So simply, be aware of what you're feeling and really pay close attention to feelings of anxiousness and irritability. That's the start of you being in fight and flight. I don't know what that is. It's two upside down dead spiders. Oh my Lord. Okay. These are indications of being in that fight-flight state. I'm not asking you to meditate on your feelings. Okay, we don't want to do that. And we don't want to try and discard them either. It's you want to notice with lightness and curiosity. So yeah, we want to notice with lightness and curiosity. I don't know what's up with me this morning. Don't ask me. I don't know. So here are some prompts to get you noticing. Is there anything that you're looking forward to? You know, is there a bit of playful charge in your system about thinking about that? Is this something you're not looking forward to? Is there a bit of anxiousness and irritability about that? These are questions we're asking. Is there something from yesterday that brought up feelings of anxiousness and irritability? What was that? What was that? Are you able to play with your kids and your grandkids? Do you feel that's easy to actually action and do that, to actually get stuck into that play with the people around you? And do you want to play with your pets? Do you feel like that's something that you want to do? Yeah? I don't know. And do you feel like you're able to get up and exercise and move and take your dog for a walk? Good morning, Helen. I don't know how long you've been there for. Good morning. But you will need to do #replay because we're 14 minutes in. All right. But this is a really important one that you go back and watch, and please read the text once I add it in later on today. Okay. So we need to discern whether the feeling is defensive or safety. Which way are we going here when we feel this? So identify one moment today, maybe yesterday, of mild flight and fight there, and one moment of playful mobility, yeah? Identify one of each of those and ask yourself following types of questions to discern if you're in fight, flight, or play state. That's what we're trying to look at here. Where am I in amongst all of this? So am I mobile? Am I moving? And am I also feeling safe? Am I able to connect with people right now? Am I able to smile? Yes, I can. Are you more or less likely to be able to receive a hug? How would you feel about somebody hugging you right now? How would that make you feel? You know, would you feel, no, don't come near me? Well, you've got something going on, yeah? Am I following the rules of the activity that I'm in, or am I going, oh, I don't care what you're saying, I'm just doing my own thing? Am I able to share and take turns? I'm pretty sure that we're all pretty good at that. But still, I'm giving you this information not just for you. You've got to remember that. I'm giving it to you so you can look outside of yourself as well and at others around you. So remember, this isn't just directed at you guys. This is about you trying to help other people as well. So if you're talking about your grandkids and they're not able to share and take turns, there's something going on for that child. Yeah? Think about that. Anywho, do I actually feel like I need to escape a danger or be aggressive right now? So do I feel like I really just want to leave this room? I don't want to be here. Or I'm actually going to explode and someone's actually going to, I feel like slapping you right now. I don't. But you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So when you're looking at all this stuff that I went through this morning, you must look at it with lightness and curiosity. Just notice and acknowledge that these things exist. Yeah? You're not honing in on these feelings and reliving them. Please remember that. Because every time you do, if there is a situation that you are still reliving and reliving and reliving, every time you go there, you are putting your body in exactly the same physiological state that it was in when you were going through it. I know I mention that a lot, but I reckon that's one of the biggest things that we collectively need to remember, and that includes me. If you think I'm perfect at doing all of this, I am not. I am still a work in progress. I still need to catch myself regularly. I still have to sit there and go, why am I thinking that way right now? What triggered that? What was the cue for the trigger? Morning, sis, you're a little late. You just got in the car to drive, didn't you? You'll have to watch it on replay because we're just about done. So please, go back and read. I always actually do put the written word on there after we've done this. So you can always go in and read what I've put there. Today you need to really go back and read it and reiterate what I've gone through. Identify when you are thinking those ways. That is going to tell you exactly where you're at, because sometimes it can be a bit confusing. You go, I'm not sure how I feel right now, but maybe if you read through what I've put here, you'll go, okay, flight feels, thinks, feels and looks like this. Fight feels, looks and thinks like this. Play feels, looks and thinks like this. Then you start to get a better picture on, right, that's where I'm at, and then it's the lightness and curiosity as to why. Yes? Yes, Leslie. Okay, so you have an absolutely awesome day. But remember, the reason that this is so important in identifying where you are at is because if you are in fight and flight, your body cannot heal itself. That's the biggest point that I want to make through all of this. If you want your body to be able to do its job and stay in homeostasis, then you need to start identifying, am I in any of these states? Am I thinking, feeling, or do I look like this to other people? Yeah? Because you might think, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Yep, yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. But are you really? Oop, it's crooked again. All right, my lovelies, you have a fantastic day. I shall see some of you live a little bit later on this morning. Hashtag replay if you're watching this on replay. And when you get something out of something that I have sent and posted, please Could I have some feedback? Pretty please. Not asking for a lot. Just a little bit of feedback, please. Awesome. Okay, have a great day. And keep being curious. Lightness, curiosity. Don't do an eagle hawk view of what you're trying to identify. Okay? Okay. Bye, everyone. Yours in light and love, as always. Have a great day. Bye-bye.